feel like, laying it out on the table is really what matters.
Early.
Early though. As early as possible, because ideally,
You don't want to waste nobody's time.
yeah, it is though. It's a hardcore fact. If you're a stripper, you decide to strip. You may say, oh, I'm doing this for, because I have a kid and to get money. But it's plenty of other ways to get money in all reality, So that was a choice. You decided to be a stripper.
So for me, I feel like, people post things for a certain reaction. And then when they get a different reaction, they say, oh, I was just playing, or, oh, it's just Instagram. Don't believe what I post. Okay, so who do I believe?
Right.
What you show me or what you're saying?
What you're saying.
And at times there's a lot of, stigma behind it and anger. Oh, I had kids at this age, or it's a constant thing that people say when they're not where they want to be or should be, according to them, of course. Oh, it's because I had kids, or oh, I can't do that because it's restricting.
I just don't like the excuse of having a kid. This is why my life is like this. But ideally, people have the choice whether or not they're gonna succeed or not, with kids or without kids.
It's almost like a crime to not have kids at this point.
Is it really?
To majority of people, it's
I didn't say I didn't want.
It's
no
like,
kids.
oh, you don't have kids? Oh, you know what they think.
I know how it goes.
Yeah. I always say, opportunity gets you in the door, character keeps you in the building.
Ah. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Mike. This is my girlfriend,
Alicia.
and welcome to another episode of Lived in Your Truth. We are super excited for today, just because supporters have actually participated with questions. So can't wait. I'm excited. We're going to start off with this first topic. Why is transparency needed and effective to have a healthy relationship, and why it's important to be comfortable enough to be vulnerable without appearing weak or soft?
Transparency is needed. Well, like I said, let me speak on our experience. Our first, let's say, reconnection, we talked for 8.5 hours straight. And it was a time to pretty much be open and just talk freely, because we didn't know where this was going to go. So there was no judgment. It was just like, okay, we haven't seen each other in years. And it was like a casual conversation. That probably it actually did lead to our relationship, obviously. And I feel like it's necessary to do, because it gives the other person the opportunity to know if this is a fit for them. Like, you're learning, you're listening, you're kind of like just getting to know that person without having to ask interview style questions, is what I call it.
You made me feel like it was an interview, though, by the way. She ain't going to tell you that part, but it definitely felt like an interview.
No, it's only because I asked you what made you come here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to say. That's a crazy way to start the conversation, but I understand what you're saying. No, it did loosen up after that. But that's how interviews work, though.
I just needed to know.
No, that was a great question. You wanted to know if it's a fit. Like, what are you doing here, right?
Yeah, what's up? It was, what's the vibes, baby?
I'm just saying to you that, and I agree with what you're saying. I feel like, laying it out on the table is really what matters.
Early,
though. As early as possible, because ideally,
you don't want to waste nobody's time.
Yeah. And especially not your own time. Forget everybody else's time. Not to say it like that, but your own time. I think people don't really value their time like that. And half the time, you kind of already have an idea, I feel,
of who that person is.
Yeah, because it's a reason why, especially if let's just say you met them on social media, or let's just say it was like us, we known each other from high school, we didn't know each other like that, but I had an idea on who how you were, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I had some type of idea, I felt, so, and especially from social media too, you know what I'm saying? With your pools and things that's a whole nother topic though.
It's the second one.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay, you're going to save that. So I'm going to answer the second one. Why it's important to be comfortable enough to be vulnerable without appearing weak or soft.
And there's a reason why I made you answer that second part, is because like a lot of men don't feel comfortable enough to kind of like show their emotions to their women, because women will say, oh, you soft, or like they kind of have a thing with that where they don't want to talk about what they feel, or they think nobody care. So that's all you. Take it away.
That's true. I mean, I feel like this. I feel like as a man,
Why is it comfortable enough?
why it's comfortable enough.
Why is it important to be comfortable enough?
You have to be comfortable. I think about it like this. This is a woman that you probably considering, right? Even considering dating, you're already kind of considering a relationship. That's how I feel. People don't date for no reason. It's the reason why you're out with them,
Some
right?
people. Some people.
It's only two. I'm telling you, it's only two real reasons why you're out with them. Either you want to slay it like a white dragon, or you want to be in a
I've
relationship
never
with
heard you
them.
say that before either.
No, that's something new. That's something new. But I'm just saying to you that it's either or, right? Yeah, and it may be both though. That's the thing, maybe both. But either way, you have to be comfortable to show your emotions to that person because this is. I mean, how would you know if this is gonna be a person or not?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way you would know is laying it all on the line. Other than that, you would really never know. It's people that have been in relationships for a long time and never been vulnerable emotionally with each other. And it's due to something like that, not feeling comfortable. And then what? When that person lays the emotion on, it's like, whoa, hold on, this is too much. Wait, I didn't know you was like this.
What advice would you give to the men on how they should express, themselves to their women? That's a little twist. I kind of threw that in there.
Yeah, you didn't tell me about this one.
No, I just wanted to be authentic.
No, that's good. That's good.
Because, you're a man, So I asked you that because I don't ever call you weak or soft. Like I've never said that to you actually. So
Right, nice.
what advice would you give to those men who struggle with expressing their emotions?
I mean, I feel like laying it on the table. I mean,
How? How should they?
just loving your woman. You know what I mean? I mean, the best way, I'm gonna use me as an example, obviously, but like the way I am with you, I pretty much just all right, for me, I like to give hugs and stuff. You know that. I like to cuddle. That's my thing, cuddling. I just want to let y'all know, by the way. I know it's
Why you gotta let them know?
some fellas may be agreeing with me. That's why. They may be like, yo, cuddling is very facts, bro. Like, so I want to make sure that, we all on the same page. You're part of the same unit.
Okay.
So
That was a nice clean up.
So ideally, like cuddling, like hugs and stuff is big for me. I may kiss you randomly on the cheek and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it does a lot for me, and I think you accepting my emotions, right? Because that's some type of like expression from me. You accepting that from me makes me really feel good. Like it really helps my days, believe it or not. So I really think it's very important. I mean, if you can't do that, I don't think you should be with that woman. I personally feel that way. I don't care how macho you are or whatever you think you are. My emotions, I'm good. Listen, all of us have emotions in some shape or form. And if you don't have no emotions, you might as well be by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's my thoughts.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Now you touched on social media, right? So you wanna open the door?
Might as well. What you want to read or you want to open the door? But just read you can read.
What you post is how you think. How you think is how you act. How you act is how you speak, and how you speak is who you are.
That's very true. So anybody out there, right? I just gotta just let you know.
This is about to get funny.
Yeah. It's as simple as this though. And I know a lot of people do it. You make posts and it's like, you're making a lot of posts. Let's say it's about a bunch of I'm gonna just use a scenario. I'm gonna use a scenario.
For the people who try to lie and say Instagram is just for jokes,
Right.
or
Right.
don't take what I post serious.
Right.
I have a hard time trusting you.
No, exactly. Because ideally, me personally, I'm a motivational speaker. I sell real estate. I'm a real estate broker. You would never see me posting about, you know, like
Anything opposite of that.
yeah, like too way gone, like something that just
Unless you identify with it.
let's identify with it. It's just really that simple. You know what I'm saying? So perfect example. I always get me and her always talk about things like this. But ideally, I tell people you have choices, right? So when it comes down to like, if you decide to like become a stripper, listen,
Nothing against the
it's
strip.
not against strippers. Yeah, no, we all need them. We love them. I mean, I'm not downplaying them. I'm just saying that this is what it is, though. It's a hardcore fact. If you're a stripper, you decide to strip. You may say, "Oh, I'm doing this for because I have a kid and to get money," but it's plenty of other ways to get money in all reality. So that was a choice. You decided to be a stripper. So to me, I just assume if I had to guess that you like to entertain in that way.
And that's what your social media would look like.
And that's what your social media would look like. Reposting things like that, twerking and stuff like that. That makes sense. That's aligned with you. It's congruent. It's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just telling you, let's not ignore the fact. And that's basically what I'm saying.
And for like when I jotted down this idea, I had the thought in mind of like certain people who want certain things but post the opposite of what they want. And we could talk about like the girls who don't need a man, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't need a man. I don't want a man. You want a man,
Right.
and you need a man.
Right.
That's it.
100%.
But I feel like, us as a collective, we've all gone through so much, relationship wise, whatever. And I feel like when you start to feel like you don't need something that you've experienced, it's like deflection. Because deep down inside, you really want it. You're just at a point where you're like, maybe I'm not supposed to have it. Or, you start to go back and forth with yourself. So you project that I don't want to onto the world, when in fact, if the right guy saw you the next day, all of those posts would stop.
Exactly.
So for me, I feel like, people post things for a certain reaction. And then when they get a different reaction, they say, oh, I was just playing, or, oh, it's just Instagram. Don't believe what I post. Okay, so who do I believe?
Right.
What you show me or what you're saying?
What you're saying. And of course, we got to agree with what we see.
Absolutely.
You have to, because you had the guts.
Unless you're a comedian, ain't nothing on that gram jokes.
Exactly. But even comedians.
And there's a little truth behind every joke.
Exactly my point. And most communities tell you that. So that's what I'm just saying. And I agree with you. I just feel like, people just be mindful about what you post, because people are watching you and people are judging you. Trust me. Now, is it a bad thing that people are judging you? Everybody's a little judgmental, and everybody has the right to be like, okay, this is for me or this is not for me. But ideally, just be mindful of what you post, because that's how people are looking at you, no matter how you look at it. If Leisha decide to just one day wake up and start shaking her ass on camera,
Trapping.
or trap, I'm just giving an example.
Because I'll do that before
Don't tell nobody that. Come on.
Willie Hooks is watching.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. But ideally, if she decided to do that, what I'm just saying is, guess what? Everybody and their mother gonna think, yo, she gotta be OnlyFans. Maybe she a strip. They gonna automatically associate with that, and she can never deny it. What's she gonna say? Oh, why are you talking about me?
It's just Instagram.
Can't move like that. So we gonna move on from that topic. But that's really, something that just
Don't contradict yourselves, people.
that's it. Just be congruent with what you do, what you think, and what you do.
You are what you repeatedly do.
Exactly. Wow. I'm feeling that right there. That was dope. All right, so the third topic, we're about, man. All right, before we even get into this, though, for real, before we even get into this, it's a touchy subject, but we did tell you guys that we would be touching on things that you guys are not comfortable talking about. But just know the things that we're saying, it's facts. This ain't something made up. We're not saying it to be malicious, nothing. This is just what it is. Now, you may not acknowledge it, or you haven't acknowledged it, but hear us out for what we're saying about the topic. So, third topic is, most people would take back having kids if they could. I know it's deep, and I know most people would be like, oh, yeah.
I love my kids. Oh, I don't regret my kids. We didn't say that.
We didn't say none of that. We just said,
if you could go back and do it, you probably would do it differently.
Right. And most of you guys already know. Y'all probably wouldn't tell your kids that, but let's live in our truth here, right? Most people, y'all probably had kids too young, or not at the time frame that you guys wanted to have the kids, or the baby father, you wish he could have been somebody different.
Or baby mother.
Or baby mother. All right. No, of course. I'm sorry, fellas. Y'all know how I feel. Don't do that. But ideally, what I'm just saying is the timing, right? And if you guys could take it back, y'all probably would. Ideally,
there's a lot of things that, you may have been unable to do because you had kids.
That's very true. Some of you guys been in nursing school. Some of you guys were athletes. I mean, I ran into a lot. I played football growing up, and a lot of athletes definitely had, yo, man, I got a kid. We told my freshman year in college, and I got a kid on the way. It's like, oh, man, he's done. He's done. You know what I mean? That's why you got to travel back and forth, making sure that the kid, is going to the doctor's appointment. So it's a wrap.
And at times there's a lot of, stigma behind it and anger, oh, I had kids at this age, or it's a constant thing that people say when they're not where they want to be or should be, according to them, of course. Oh, it's because I had kids, or oh, I can't do that because of, it's restricting
It is. It is.
for some.
But I'm not saying, look, I'm going to give the other side to it. There's always two sides to a coin. Ideally, the kids could have been the best thing that ever happened to you because guess what?
It forced you to step
It
it up.
forced you to be that man or woman that you never was, So it could go vice versa. I just don't like the excuse of having a kid. This is why my life is like this. But ideally, people have the choice whether or not they're gonna succeed or not, with kids or without kids.
Right.
But I always say, make the kids your why. If you got them, make them your why. Why you doing things? Stop making it, oh, why? This is why I couldn't get something done. Let's say, oh, no, this is why I need to do this. You know what I mean? Just change the whole perception of it. That's the only thing I really don't like about the whole stigma with kids. And we run into that. And this another thing I kind of really dislike, and I know some other people out there like us that probably feel very similar. When somebody with kids try to like make it seem like a bad thing, like when y'all gonna have kids? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I dislike that.
They want
Kids on me.
they want their situation to be somebody else's situation so that they feel comfortable about their situation.
Yeah.
But sucks.
But why you gotta throw me off? I'm over here on God's speed. And you trying to.
It's almost like a crime to not have kids at this point.
Is it really?
To majority of people. It's
I didn't
like,
say I didn't want
it's
no
like,
kids.
oh, you don't have kids? Oh, you know what they
I know how it goes.
Yeah.
I did it. Look, I would like some kids, but I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. And I never told the world this, but
We never told the world that.
yeah, yes, it's a God thing. You're right about that. To us, it really wouldn't matter if we had kids or not.
Maybe one day
Yeah.
I'll wake up bored and say, Mr. Marcus, do you want to have a baby? And if he says, okay, I say, let's go to Taiwan.
Oh, that's what you want?
Anywhere, just not here.
Okay, all right.
That's where it'll be conceived,
Oh, no, I love that. That's a great story right there. That's a great story. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, ideally.
But we'd have to be really, really bored.
Yes, I agree. Because I'm not gonna lie. I like when it's just me and her, to be honest with you. Like maybe
I love kids.
I love kids too.
But I like to give them back.
Exactly. They can visit, give them a little candy and candy bowl and all that good stuff. That's cool. Maybe take them for some little ice cream. Then when people see us and oh, she's so cute. She looks just like you. I'm like, thank you. I really appreciate you. That's what I usually do. But then I'm like, nah, that's not my kid, But ideally, we do love the kids. We love the parents too. The parents are our parents. We love them. The people that's responsible, looking out for the kids, being better for the kids. That's what we here for. We here to build, not destroy.
Absolutely.
That makes sense? It does. Listen, we got to give a special shout out to one of our good friends, Bella. Listen, I just want to tell you, she made us certified code switches. It's a reason behind that name,
Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. But just know, I could explain it though. You don't think I should explain it? Certified code switches? Like what it even stands for?
If you want to.
I'm explaining. She's always like this. She don't want to give up the.
We should make sure you cut this.
Don't cut this. Don't cut this. But ideally, certified code switcher.
It's our cool way of saying we're chameleons.
There we go. We are. Coming from where we come from, you got to have a switch. To ever make it somewhere else, you got to have a switch. You can't just stay super hood. You know what I'm saying? Super gut. You can't stay like that. Because ideally, when your room switch up, you got to be able to switch up with the room. And ideally, that right there is what makes a difference. And that's when people really, really take a liking to you. Like, wow, I like this woman.
I always say, opportunity gets you in the door. Character keeps you in the building.
Yeah, you on point like a pencil today. I love that. It's still okay though. Oh, that's so glorious. That makes sense. But yeah, pretty much, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Keep up the great topics. Like I said, we want to continue to talk about the things that you only talk about maybe with your close friends, or maybe you don't talk about with nobody. We want to talk about the uncomfortable things. Just because we realize that it has to be acknowledged, and a lot of times we're never acknowledging what's really real in our life. You just ignore it. We going day by day, we going to clubs and we just going out, we playing football on the weekend. Whatever we're doing, like we're just distracted. But we never addressing what really matters that's gonna help us move the needle in our life. Therefore, someday we connect with a loved one if we didn't already, right? And the people that's already in love, right, in some shape or form, we gotta know if this is gonna continue to be the right fit. Is this my person?
Am I a good person?
Am I a good person?
I love that.
But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tune into the next episode. Peace.